Alongside head Javelina women's tennis coach Autumn Wollenzien, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics. Coach, just a couple days after you all got back from the ASU Invitational, which was the only competition you guys had on your fall schedule. What did you think of the way your team played?
I thought we played very well, given that the only competition we've had in about a month and a half. I think they showed up. They did what they could, and they played well.
One of your quotes after the match, you said you feel like your team has a lot to work on. You said that was a good thing, though. What was the first thing you guys wanted to get back to work on when you returned to practice this week?
Doubles is absolutely the first thing that I wanted to work on. I say it's a good thing because the tournament gave me an idea of exactly what it is that we needed to focus on for the rest of the time that we'll be practicing for the fall semester, which is exciting because then, they get to learn something new and they get to practice things that they haven't normally practiced before.
Obviously, you guys will be practicing a lot this fall with only one competition on the schedule, but do you feel like normally you guys would be playing in 3 or 4 competitions in the fall? Do you feel like it's more difficult to evaluate your student athletes when you have a smaller schedule for this part of the year?
Yes and no. We do things in order to evaluate them without matches against other players. So that helps a lot. But also, I say yes because, it is important to see them play against other players, and it is important to see them, in match situations with players they don't know or haven't met before. The good thing is that, we have a large group of freshmen. So, I just assume that they don't know anything. So everything is new to them. So, it's not as big of a deal as it would be, say, if I had veterans, a team full of veterans who feel like they don't have anything to work on.
What were the most important things you learned about your freshmen in this first event?
That they're competitive, they want to win, and they want to do the things that they know they can do to win, and they want to continue to work hard. So that was really good.
How important are those? How important are those qualities when you're recruiting these student athletes to join this program?
Very important. I mean, we have a much different recruiting process than other teams that get to go and see players in person or see them play against other, schools and in team sports and things like that. So I'm really going off of results in a video and getting to know them remotely. So to see them play in person and to see them play other players is really important. It helps in the recruiting process in the sense of asking a lot of questions and getting to know how competitive they are, but we don't really know until they get here and they play on the court. So
Obviously, with a lot more practice time, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of each other over the course of this fall. How do you guard against kind of a sense of complacency or a feeling like your team's going through the motions at practice every day? And how do you make sure that the players are putting in the time to get better and prepare for what you guys have in store in the spring?
Just teaching them about our culture, and teaching them about the things that are important to us going into next semester. I think the tournament does help to open their eyes to how good the competition is in our region and in our conference. So, it's really helpful to be able to, teach them about the things that we think are important to us. Also teaching about the things that they need to get better at in order to compete in this region and this conference. And doubles is number one, because most of them are European and they don't really play doubles in Europe. So it helps to keep it fresh because it's still new information for them. And then just me having a sense of urgency. My sense of urgency will trickle down to their sense of urgency and understanding that they have to do the things to get better in order to play in the lineup where they want to play. So there's a lot of different things that we can do to make them understand that you're not done, that you just got here and you got a whole lot of things to learn. So it's not as hard as it sounds.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for the time. We'll definitely see you again soon. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me. Go Habs.